Now, two cases are hitting up the seat of U.S. politics. One is U.S. President Donald Trump's scathing attack on former U.S. President Barack Obama, and the other is a mystery surrounding the Jeffrey Epstein case. Earlier in the day, the president said that DOJ interviewing Ghislaine Maxwell would be appropriate. This comes after Attorney General Pam Bondi also hinted at the same.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do, yeah.
Do you have any concern that your Deputy Attorney General, as your former attorney, would be conducting the interview, given...
No, I have no concern. He's a very talented person. He's very smart. I didn't know that they were going to do it. I don't really follow that too much. It's sort of a witch hunt, just a continuation of the witch hunt. The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama.
In her latest post, she said that the Department of Justice does not shy away from uncomfortable truths, further stating that the FBI and Justice Department will reach out to Ghislaine Maxwell if she has information on anyone who has committed crimes against victims. Remember, Ghislaine Maxwell was Epstein's key associate who was found guilty of child sex trafficking and other offenses in connection with the case in 2021. The development comes as Trump faces intensifying scrutiny over the long classified Jeffrey Epstein files, and just 3 days after he instructed his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, to request a court to unseal grand jury transcripts related to this case. In its latest post, the White House released a quote from Trump's playbook of hard-hitting responses. The post quotes Republican leader saying, "I was the hunted. Now I am the hunter." President Donald Trump has unleashed a plethora of statements in the last 48 hours, intensifying his attack on former President Barack Obama. Trump hinted at the conspiracy to steal the 2016 and 2020 presidential elections. He also accused Obama of treason.
Barack Hussein Obama, have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one look, he's guilty. It's not a question, I like to say, let's give it time. It's there, he's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of.
In one of his posts, Trump claimed there is clear proof that Obama, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden and others were involved in what he described as a coordinated conspiracy to undermine democracy. Trump called it the crime of the century. Trump was highlighting a memo from his Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who said Obama administration officials planned a treasonous conspiracy in 2016 aimed at Trump. She called for a trial of the former Obama administration. Emphasizing Gabbard's point, Trump posted an AI-generated video of Barack Obama being arrested at the Oval. The clip ends with Obama behind bars in an orange prison jumpsuit. It has no disclaimer that the video is fictional, which critics say is part of a broader destruction campaign. However, the office of the DNI released a 114-page document detailing evidence that before the November 2016 election, the intelligence community consistently assessed that Russia was probably not trying to influence the election by using cyber means. A draft of the president's daily brief, which dates back to 8th December of 2016, even concluded that Russian cyber activity did not impact recent U.S. election results. Let's talk to our correspondent, Susan Teherani, who's now joining us live from New York. Susan, good to see you. How do you think this hunt for former President Barack Obama is going to pan out for both Trump and Obama?
Yeah, well, this is just really part of a longer list of allegations and then some proven ones against Hillary Clinton. If you remember with the Steele dossier, where Christopher Steele came out and found out that it was the Clinton campaign and the DNC who were wiretapping Trump administration and Trump campaign officials, notably Carter Page, to try to find some kind of link between Russia and the Trump administration, and ultimately that link wasn't found, but that wiretapping and eavesdropping was taking place. So that's nothing happened to Hillary Clinton. It's hard to imagine if anything is going to happen to Barack Obama ultimately if this case is proven. DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, says that she has troves of information and more documents, which points to Obama, despite getting advice from his internal base and his cabinet, that he wanted to go ahead with tying some kind of Russian interference with the Trump campaign after Trump was elected for the first time in office. How it's going to pan out for Donald Trump, he's going to continue with this. He's been continuing with this since 2016. So the story isn't going anywhere. But again, who's going to be really held accountable? Usually with these high profile cases, especially like former presidents, former Secretary of States, former First Ladies, I mean, if anyone's expecting something like that, it's hard to imagine that that's going to happen. And Barack Obama is going to be behind bars soon.
Susan, I'm just curious, what about the Epstein debacle? How is that going for Donald Trump? Because now we do understand that he's said that it's okay if Ghislaine Maxwell is questioned.
Yeah, this is music to the ear of Ghislaine Maxwell and her attorneys. It appears that the Justice Department has already reached out to her attorneys, and they're expected to have some kind of interview in the next coming days. It seems more like a course correction from the Trump administration because they just saw the massive outcry about how when Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and others came out and said there is no there, it really didn't quiet inquiring minds. Again, any more evidence that hasn't already come out is going to come out, and how much is going to come out that's going to really satisfy those inquiring minds? That's another question as well. But nonetheless, it's curious because Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted. She's behind bars. She didn't apparently have enough to share to save herself. So how much more information she can share during this interview? Again, experts say they wouldn't hold their breaths, but nonetheless, the story is still very much alive, as you mentioned, Eric.
All right. It looks like we are going to talk about Barack Obama and Epstein for a long time to come. Thank you, Susan Teherani, for talking to us today.
Thanks, Eric. You're welcome.